Oh, from New York, New York, you are listening to Extra Time, driven by Continental with my partners in soccer, David Gass, Charlie Davies, and a very special guest, Ivan Rakitic. You know who this man is from Barcelona, from Croatia, from Sevilla, from Schalke, from so many stops in between. A special AT&T call to the field for Extra Time supporters at home. Ivan, welcome, man. How you doing? Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. It's really a pleasure to be with you.
So we will talk about all different things, La Liga and the restart and what you're doing at Barcelona, your history there at this magnificent club, of course, one Lionel Messi, and then this Croatia run to the World Cup and Euros, as well as Major League Soccer in America and what your impressions are there. But I got to start you here because right now everyone in the world is experiencing something very similar. COVID-19. What's life for you like right now, man? How have you been affected? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think like everybody, it's really a hard and different situation for all of us. So we try to do it in the best way. We have to understand that everything will be different now, for sure. I think the security of all of us is of course really important, but we know also the soccer players we can do a lot of people really happy in this moment. So hopefully that we can do it in the best way and forget this hard time together.
Ivan, after such a long stoppage of play, how hard was it to get fit, like match fit and sharp again before La Liga restarting?
Yeah, it's not easy. Even we try to train a lot at home, to do a lot of things at home. But it's not the same thing like to do it on the pitch with the other guys, you know. Even now to do the restart without friendly games and nothing, so it was not so easy the first 2 or 3 games. But now, it's changed again. So we are in the rhythm. We play every 3 or 4 days. So we are really happy to be back on the pitch.
So when you see a player like Lionel Messi, is there a time where he's not fit or not sharp, even if he's been off for so long?
I think it's really a bit hard to explain it, you know, because Leo is Leo. So even if he stay at home for 3 or 4 months, he's still different.
Always different.
Of course.
Too much games to take the rhythm again.
What did it feel like for you? And we're waiting. It's July 6th as we record this. So MLS has not started back up. We don't have our league. Our players haven't yet had that opportunity to cross the white line and do their thing. The first time you were back on the field, in competition, in training, whatever it was. I mean, this is the game that you love. How much did you miss it? And what did that first time being back feel like? What did it mean to you?
I miss it a lot. Me and all of us, all the guys. I spoke to a lot of other guys from other teams, from other countries. So when we start to see playing the Bundesliga in Germany, so we was waiting to start also, you know. So even the first days to train alone on the pitch, it was like, let's do it together again. So let's enjoy to playing soccer, to be together, to have these games again, you know. And the first days it was really, of course, it was really happy to be back on the pitch, but it was like, I want to do it, but I can't, you know. So now, of course, it's much different. Now we take a lot of games, so we are back in this rhythm, and we are really happy to can do it, to enjoy it again.
You mentioned the no friendly games. It started with games that mattered, a La Liga title race. You guys are right in the thick of it. What has the energy felt like? What's the environments like in the games? Of course, with no fans, have you guys felt that atmosphere of a La Liga title race?
You know, everything is different. Also, to play now in July in Spain, it's not easy. It's really hot, for example, you know. And then to be in a stadium without fans, without this noise, you know, it's different. Even if you're going to say maybe it's not soccer at 100%, you know, but that's what I told before, that we have to understand the situation. We know that everything is different. We know that the people at home and in all the bars, they are behind us. They want to see us playing, so we have to do it also for them. So the motivation is at 100%, and we will work and give our best to be at our level.
I don't think we can really understand El Clasico or the rivalry with Madrid or the way this title race feels. You know, you have to be there. You have to be a part of it. What is it like to be a part of this? Basically, every year, it's these two teams, sometimes Atletico, sometimes others challenging, but I mean, it's very much mano a mano, Madrid, Barcelona. What's it like to be a part of that?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the biggest game in the world. So we know that when we play the Clásico, that all the people, they are just waiting for this game. So I can remember, and when we played this friendly game in Miami, I think it was the first game the first Clásico to don't do it in Spain, you know. So it's just amazing the feeling or how happy the people are, you know. And I saw it before when I was in Sevilla or in Schalke. I'm too. I was waiting to watch this game. You know, now to be inside for the last 6 years, to won a lot of Clásicos, to score a lot of goals in these games. It's just to be really proud to say it's fantastic. It's really unbelievable, and even maybe a more special motivation to still growing up to do it again and hopefully much more years in these games.
We're going to talk a little more about Croatia in a minute. Amazing World Cup run led between you and Luka Modric, who's on the other side of that. How much rivalry is there? How much does that go into? You don't want to lose to him.
No, I think my relationship to Luka, he's like my older brother. We are now for 13 years together in the national team. We play a lot of games together. Our relationship, it's really close, you know, also between our families. And all what he can win, all his trophies. Also, personally, I'm really happy and proud that my brother can win it. So, of course, in these games, you have to fight against each other. But then in Croatia, to do it together, and like we did it in Russia, it was just amazing. And to see our country, our people, and even the whole world, and for sure also a lot of people in the States, was behind us, and to have this feeling, even first of all to say congratulations to France, but I think that we did maybe a bigger things that was the whole world was in love with Croatia, and this is really amazing.
I love the pride from you, Ivan, and a big congratulations as well, because you've played 300 games for Barcelona and recently scored your 50th goal in La Liga, which is a massive. How has the transition been for you since the competition started back up? It seems like you scored the game winner last week. You feel like you're in good form right now.
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm really happy and proud about my last 6 years in Barca, even about what I did in my career. But it's like everything. When you're there, you want to be even better. You want to win more games. You want to do it even much better if it's possible, you know. And I think for me the most important thing that I'm enjoying every day. I'm really happy every morning to go to the training ground. So this is the most important thing, to be part of the biggest club in the world. It's just amazing. It's you have to enjoy it, and I really do it in every moment.
Ivan, Thierry Henry always mentions how incredible Lionel Messi was in training, how he would, when he was mad, when he was motivated in training, if you ticked him off, he could dribble the whole team and score. What is it like training with Lionel Messi every single day? Does he always surprise you in training? Is he always taking over training? What is that environment like with Lionel Messi being a part of it?
No, I think first of all, if Thierry Henry is saying something like this, you have to understand that it's true. Because Thierry Henry, he was also amazing, one of the best players in the history, you know. But I think Leo, when he's really on fire, when you really pick him a bit, it's just amazing. It's just to enjoy it. What can you do? You know, it's really everything what you can see in the games. week by week. Imagine this every day. But yeah, of course, the games we do in the trainings are much closer, so it's a lot easier. You're much closer to the goal. So imagine what he can do there. So
Yeah.
sometimes you feel a bit, maybe a little bit stupid also. But yeah, it's just to enjoy this guy every day. It's amazing.
For someone who sees him every day, you're a magnificent player in your own right, but you said it. Sometimes you feel stupid. What is it that's different about him? I mean, from your perspective, a world-class player, a pro, his teammate, what is different? What is it that he can do that others can't, that make him special, that just sets him apart?
I think because there are not so many guys that he alone he can change a game. He can change the result. He can change the rhythm. He can say how the team have to play, what the team have to do, how the team have to attack, how the team have to defend, everything. So of course we have a lot of big players in soccer, and with all the respect to all the other guys, but he is different. So I think this possibilities he have to that you think that you have everything about in your control, but you don't have it in control. So even it's just to let him out for 1 second, he can do everything. So I think this capacity to say that in one move he can change the game, for example, do a perfect game until the 18th minute. So there's one action and he can change it.
Mm-hmm.
This is Leo Messi. So this capacity to have it to be so easy, because you're watching him on the pitch and you say maybe he today don't he's not so funny, he's not so happy, but he have one action and everything changes.
Yeah.
This is so strange.
You mentioned how special he is, but a lot of what he does is built on the players behind him, and it was Xavi and Iniesta for years. And then you came in, you played 1 year with Xavi, and then it was your job to sort of take over. What was it like learning from one of the greats in Xavi, and what's it like stepping into that role and understanding how to support a great player like Messi?
No, first of all, for me, it was really important to get in this club to be Ivan Rakitic. I know that players and persons like Xavi, it's only one guy. It's impossible to do it like Xavi. So it was really important for me to enjoy this year with him, to learn a lot, not only what he's doing on the pitch, even also what he's doing in the dressing room, how he's preparing his games, all these details, you can learn from him. So this is really important. So to have this year with Xavi was really important for me, of course, and finally do it after this first year with all the titles was really amazing.
Everyone at Barca has immense talent. We know that. I mean, that's just the way it works. You don't get there if you don't, Ivan. And of course, you have that too. But what's it take to succeed there? Is it different from other clubs? Do you have to approach things in a different way, tactically, technically, physically, mentally? I mean, how have you had to change, if at all? And what's it take to really thrive?
Yeah, I think, like I told before, with all the respect also to the other clubs, I think Barca is something different, because even when you change some coaches, the idea of Barca is still the same, because it's also not normal that you have so many players from the school,
Right.
So there are guys like Piqué, Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi, Puyol, Valdez. There was for 15 years in the club. So even if tomorrow you guys will coach the team, so it's impossible to change the team. More or less, it's done. The idea is really clear. Of course, what you can do, you have to do some special details, but the idea of Barca is really clear. There the club also want to say Messi que un club, more than a club, So because the idea is really clear, they defend it at 100%, and this is finally Barca.
In 2014, you had teammates Jonathan Dos Santos and Bojan Krkic, who are now both in MLS for the Galaxy in Montreal. What do you remember about them? Do you keep in contact with those players?
No, I'm not a lot in contact with these guys, but of course I saw how it is for these guys. I also have a big friend, Shkelsen Gashi.
Aha.
Okay.
He played with me when he was 15 and 16 years old in the Swiss national team in Switzerland. Really amazing. And he was in Barcelona some months ago, and we spoke about how it is to play in the MLS and everything. And also to see how it was with Zlatan, with Carlos Vela, all the guys which I know playing against them. So yeah, but we really can see that there's a big level, and also we see like soccer is winning every year more and more attention in the States. It's really special. I'm really happy to see it like this.
What did Shkelsen have to say to you? I mean, he had some bangers in MLS, man. That left foot is
It's got weird.
special. Yeah.
Yeah, his last year was not easy there, but yeah, he was really happy. He enjoyed a lot, and he told me only the best things. Really, it's really special to hear it also from a friend, and then finally to see him enjoying every day there. It's really special for all of us.
Would you have any advice for these players that are getting ready to start back up, just in your own sort of process of getting fit, of getting sharp, of playing games again on a different sort of timetable than I think really any professional in recent memory has had to go through? What would you tell players that came to you and said, Ivan, how did you get yourself ready? What can I do? What are maybe secrets you learned?
I think for me the most important thing of all these days was that I train a lot at home, really a lot. And also after 15, 16 days, it was not easy to go again to the gym, to do it again and to say, let's do it. Yeah, you have to do maybe even today more than yesterday. This is not so easy, really. But after these 3 months, I was really happy and proud to say I did it in the perfect way. I think it was really important for me, and where I did the strange to be now really in good shape and can enjoy soccer again at 100%.
Do you guys get MLS games in Spain? Are they on TV where you're at? Do you ever get to watch?
Yes, there are a lot of games, and we watch a lot. Also, we spoke a lot of times in the dressing room about the MLS, about the teams, about some coaches there was before also here. So it's of course around between us.
I know that makes a lot of people happy that the locker room in Barcelona are having conversations about MLS and watching the game. So that's good to know. You know, the World Cup style tournament is about to start. MLS's back tournament, and you had a ton of success in the 2018 World Cup. What advice would you give some of these players and teams, knowing that this is how the World Cup style works? These are the points that we have to hit on. This is how you have success in a tournament. What are some of those important factors to have a team win in a tournament like this?
I think what we saw also now in the last World Cup, that every game it's really tough. Every game it's really difficult to play, and I think the most important part for us was that in the group between us, we were so strong together. So we worked for each other. There was really a team spirit was unbelievable from the first day when we started the preparation for the World Cup, and then I think to work every detail, because we was really lucky with our coach, with all the stuff. We trained the first day all what we have to do, all what we have to know about the opponents, and to be ready in the game. So there's never a detail what we can say, so what I have to do now, or what they will do in this situation. So we was really ready. So we know that with all the respect, we was not the best team, or we was not the strongest team, but we did it together. So we fight for each other, and this team spirit bring us to the final. So I think this is the most important part where you can win games.
got a band together in the heat down in Orlando. You mentioned Spain. It's probably heating up there too, but it is humid. It is hot in Orlando right now. When you think about MLS and you think about the United States, you've been here with Barcelona. You mentioned Miami. What comes to mind when you think of the U.S. and this league and the future of what both the country and the league will be?
I think it's really special to see the possibility how soccer can growing up. I think there was some years ago. It was maybe not in the same situation that it's today. So this is, I think, the most important part. And then also to have this feedback about the guys that was playing there. You can see that it's going step by step forward, and this is really important for all of us. Or where you can see when you see a game from the MLS. Oh yes, I would like to see it. So maybe some years ago there was some games you say, no, I'm not interested to see it. And this changed now. So this is really, I think, the most important part where you can get closer to Europe or to be a family together. This is where I think the biggest step forward did the MLS and also for me. So now, sometimes when there are good games or also when the playoffs starts and everything, to say, oh, this game will be tomorrow, so I would like to see it. So let's speak about this game with some friends, and I think this is really special.
What do you see when you watch the league?
First of all, what's really important is it's a big rim, so I think also amazing goals. Also what they did on Instagram, all the videos,
Yeah.
Some goals, say, amazing. But you can see they are big players, so it's not also normal that big players after 10 or 15 years, after a big career in Europe, they do the step to play in the MLS. So you can understand there's something special. And there you can see that also, I think the coaches going step by step, they go to the States. They was working before here in Europe or in Spain. So this is also a part where you can see, so they work on it, and this is also an important part.
You've mentioned to French media you'd like to play at Barcelona longer. You also mentioned some big players that come to MLS. Have you thought about it? Is there any interest?
I saw a lot of games. So of course, for me, I think first of all to see that it's going step by step forward, it's amazing. And of course, I'm a big lover of the States. Not only soccer, everything about the country. I love it. So I was there for many times with my family. They enjoy it a lot. So I think you have everything there, and just to be maybe to have this possibility to be a part of this big family will be amazing. But you never know what can happen.
When I was playing in Europe and guys would take vacations over here in the US, they loved just being able to go about the cities, not be bothered. A lot of them weren't recognized. When you come to America, what cities would you like to visit, or have you already visited? And what are those things that you would like to do, being, a first timer in the United States, to experience some of those things?
I was in New York, in LA, in Miami. I was in Iowa.
What?
Wow.
Hold on.
Okay.
Why were you in Iowa?
Be careful. Yes, to visit some football school in Iowa.
Okay.
I was invited there. So I think what I have to visit first of all, it's maybe Disney with my kids. With my daughter. It's really important.
Charlie's excited.
Yeah,
He's a big Disney guy.
Look at the shirt. Okay, I got Jiminy Cricket on this. Okay, all right.
So no, but for me it's really special. So I really like to visit the States, but I like to see everything. To know a lot of things, not only to say to go to New York, to Las Vegas, or something like this. I would like to go also to, I don't know, to Chicago,
To Boston. Yeah.
to see the theater, really. It will be amazing. So, like I told you before, you really have an amazing country. So you have so many special and different things what we have maybe here in Europe also. So, yeah, just to see also the day by day, what are you doing in the States? Also to eat a big burger.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All these things with a big beer in the hand.
Oh yes.
Now all these details, it will be amazing. So I'm a big fan of the States for sure.
I got it. Hey, look, Miami, you've been there, you've played there. There's a certain David Beckham. You might know who that is. They got the new team, man. They're wearing pink. They look pretty good, right?
Let's see what maybe David Beckham will call me once.
So before we get you out of here, I mean, we touched on the World Cup, but I just want to ask, because you mentioned the brotherhood, the world, Croatia following you. You've done so much in the game, but how did that tournament, that run, that experience, how did that change your life?
A lot, really a lot. I think, like I told you before, first of all, we was surprised about how the people saw it from outside. Because imagine you are in Russia, you are in your hotel for 1.5 months. Of course, you can speak with your phone, with your family, with friends. You can see a lot of things in Instagram and all these different pages, but you really don't know what happened in Croatia, in all these cities, in the other countries. When we arrived to Zagreb after the final, I saw some guys. They told me they arrived from Miami just 2 days before because they want to enjoy this day with us. So imagine, it's amazing. It's just look, it's yeah. You can't describe this moment really, and it changed a lot. It changed a lot also. I think, in the most important part, between the people in Croatia. So. People in Croatia spoke a lot of times, a lot of years about the generation '98, Davor Šuker, Boban, Kosinecki, all these guys, and to forget in more or less this generation, it was also, I think, important for all these people. I think there was a lot of people and families that had a hard time behind them, and I think we did so many things really, really good that the people enjoyed so much, and I think it was the best month in their life. So this situation between all Croatian people was really important, and it changed a lot now. To be now in Croatia, it's like to be in heaven. It's amazing, really amazing.
Ivan, do you follow some of your former clubs like Schalke? I know Jermaine Jones was one of my former teammates with the New England Revolution. For the American fan base, for all the national team fans, Weston McKennie is now playing at Schalke, and he's had a very good season, one that he continues to progress in. What advice do you have for Weston McKennie, and where do you think you see him ending up?
I think first of all to see all these guys now playing in big teams. I think it's also, like I told before, that you can see that the soccer in the States did a step forward, first of all, and then they're now playing the biggest teams in Europe. So not only to be a part of the club, they are important players in the teams. So I think that also McKennie, I saw some games now, also Schalke. It was now after the stop, it was a hard time for Schalke, but to see him playing, you see that he's really important in the team. So there you can see that he did also a step forward, and of course a lot of Schalke fans, they will enjoy a lot of time with him. My time also with Jermaine Jones was amazing in Schalke, one of the best guys I know during all these years. Also one of the craziest guys. But really important for the team, and he's really in my heart for sure.
We would be a lot of trouble if we didn't ask you this question. There's an American in La Masia and Conrad de la Fuente right now. There was a Canadian in Blue Tabla who played there as well. Have you seen them play at all? Do you know anything about their progression, where you see their careers going?
Yeah, of course, we have a lot of information and everything. I think also to do this big step now to the first team, it's really hard. It's not easy. It's also, you have to be, in a way, a bit lucky, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if the guys are here or in the Masia or in this moment, I think it's because, first of all, they have a big talent. They want it, and the people knows that they have this possibility to be a part of the first team. So I think what I told all the time to these guys is they have to enjoy soccer. They have to think about, like they are in the school, playing with some friends soccer. So you have to enjoy every moment, because the pressure will be after so high. But now
Yeah.
this years you have to enjoy every moment. You have to think about, wow, how amazing it's to be with these guys playing soccer, and then I think they, with a bit luck, they can be, of course, part of the first team.
All right, Ivan, I think we've taken a lot of your time, but I have to ask one thing, man. How much soccer do you watch? Because you're like, oh, yeah, I've seen a couple of those games. Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. Your wife's got to be like, hey, come on. I know my wife says that to me.
A lot. I really, I'm crazy about football, so soccer for me is everything. So I love it so much. Even some days there are 3 or 4 games. So when you have a good day, my wife is maybe playing with the kids, so I have time to see some games or to do some analysis to prepare the next games, which I also really like to do. So yeah, I'm really at 100% in my world. So for me, soccer is really everything, and I try to enjoy it in every moment. And also this part, it's not only to say I'm just watching some games. It's because you want to see something, you want to understand it the other way, and yeah, this is what I really like to do.
Outside of Barcelona and maybe La Liga, what do you most enjoy watching right now? Is there a team, a style, a league, anything that really you're always going to make sure you get on TV?
Yeah, first of all, of course, La Liga, but then, of course, the Premier League, the Bundesliga. I think now watching, for example, I don't know, Manchester City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Paris, it's really amazing. Yeah, they really enjoying watching the games, you know. There are a lot of quality, big players, and yeah, I think these games are really special. But I also like to see some games. I saw some days ago. I saw second division from Germany. Also like to see it. So it's no problem. So if it's soccer on TV, everything is okay.
Yeah, okay, I have one more. Our Canadian listeners will be like, come on, ask him about Alphonso Davies. He just mentioned Bayern Munich. Maybe the best young left back in the world right now.
Maybe yes, because he did really well. So he won this position. He won. Even also, for example, for him, there was nobody to say, just take this present, you can play. No, he won it because he did it in the best way. So he enjoyed it, and I think, of course, now maybe between the 3 or 4 best left backs and everything what is for come. So for sure, every year he will be better and better. It will be easier also for him to play, to enjoy, to be also much more relaxed. And after this season, what's for coming will be much better for sure.
As for Ivan Rakitic, it's the end of the title race here, trying to get that one over on Real Madrid, and then of course the Euros coming up here as well in a couple of years. Ivan, thank you so much, man, for joining us. We really appreciate your time, your insight, your expertise. Best of luck to you and your family and to Barca,
and hope
man.
to see you here soon.
Yeah. If you ever need, you know how to get at us. Just let us know if you need something, right?
I hope so. No, it was also a pleasure for me. Thanks for the invitation. It was really special for me to speak to you guys. And yeah, you never know. Maybe interview, we can do it together. I don't know, wherever, doesn't matter.
In the States, in the
Deal.
States, in the
We'll
States.
see you in New
Iowa.
York.
Yeah, we'll see
Yeah,
you in
we'll see you in
Iowa, man.
For sure.
All right, best of
All right.
Ivan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.